Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to show you how you can use the text tool in Adobe Photoshop. So the first thing that you can do is find your text tool, which will be here. Just choose the top one, and if you click anywhere in your document, your cursor will come up and a new layer for that text will be created automatically. Type the text that you want. I'm just going to write welcome to. And now you'll notice up the top here you have some options for your text tool, which are pretty much the same as your character panel here. So I'm going to open that as well because I'll take you through both of them. There's only a couple of options up the top here which we can't use down here. So if you can't see your character panel, you can either click this button here, or if you go to Window and find Character, select that, then your character panel will be opened up. Okay, so up in the tool options here, if you want vertical text, click that button. Horizontal text will do that button. Okay, now let's just go over to the character panel because we have more options in here. If I want to change the font type, I can just click in here and I can just kind of hover over. Actually, it's not changing, so what I'm going to do is, it's because I had my cursor selected. So let me try that again. Yes, okay, so if yours isn't automatically changing, it means that you've got your cursor selected there, and then I can't change. So what you need to do there is just, if you just select the move tool and make sure the layer is still selected, you'll be able to get the preview when you scroll through all the fonts. Okay, I might just choose, let's just choose this. That's a nice font there, I quite like that, Apple Chancery. So I'm going to choose that. Now, down the bottom here, you've got your font size. Now you can click the little tabs to change the sizes, or you can do what's called scrubbing, where you highlight over the icon, the text icon, and you'll notice that your hand or the cursor tool changes to a hand with two arrows. And if you click and hold and then move your mouse to the right, you can see that the value is increasing there. And if I go to the left, the value will decrease. And that's a really nice way to change the size of things. Now, I won't go through all of these, but this one here, this will change the spacing between the letters, between each individual letter. So again, if I scrub it, click, hold, and push it to the right, you'll see that it will stretch the text apart because the letters are becoming further apart there. I'll undo that. This one here, this icon will change the height of the text, so I can make the text smaller, or I could make them taller like that. And this one here will change the width of the individual letters, so I might show you how that works there. This one here we don't need to worry too much about. If I want to change the color, I can click here, and then you can go into your color select here and muck around with trying to find a nice color that suits your project. I might just leave it at that one for now. There are also some options here. If you try these, you can have a bold, you can italicize it. You can, there's some pretty neat things you can do here. I might undo those. If I just click this one, this will put everything in capital letters. And this one will have, I think it's small caps, so it gives me all the letters small capitals, which is quite neat. I quite like that. And this one will give you a superscript and subscript, but we don't really need to get into that. Underline, if you want to underline, if you want to line through, that will do that. Now, let's just go back up to, if we select the text tool, just to get our options back up here. The last one I want to show you is this warp tool here, create warp text. If you click on that, I'll just move that out of the way, you can warp your text and you can play around for some kind of really cool effects. So I might choose arc, and then you'll see that it arcs your text. You can play around with the options in here, vertical arc, horizontal arc. You can also play around with how much it bends, the distortion. Okay, if you wanted to tape it down at the end like that, can be kind of cool. So there's lots of things you can play around with in here. You can change it, you can have a show lower, see what that looks like, bulge. There's lots of options here that you can use to warp your text to make it look really cool. Okay, I think that's about it. So play around with that and see what you can come up with. Thank you.